Welcome back to the Faculty Factory podcast. It's Kim Skorupski here in Galveston at the University of Texas Medical Branch. And with me is another repeat flyer, Dr. Carla Spagnoletti. She is the Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs in the School of Medicine at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine. She's also a professor of medicine. In fact, the George H. Tabor Endowed Chair in General Internal Medicine. She's also the Associate Division Chief for Education in General Internal Medicine and the Associate Director of the Master's and Certificate Programs in Medical Education in the Institute for Clinical Research Education at Pitt. And she was with us recently talking about the 5 tips for a successful clinical education career. So welcome back to the podcast, Carla. I'm so happy to have you back. And I really want to get into this topic because this is going to be an important one. Everyone's always interested in this. So thanks for being back, Carla. And I'm going to zip my lip and let you roll.
Thanks, Kim. Happy to be back. Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about a project that I have been working on. So in my role as Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs and also Associate Division Chief for Education and GIM, I am really dedicated to helping clinician educators achieve success in their careers. And that obviously the recipe for that is a really long one, but I bit off one little part and tried to focus on that recently as a project of mine. So the project has to do with building a promotion dossier or promotion portfolio, getting it together so that it can be submitted and one can embark in the promotion process. And so this is not necessarily about how to develop oneself as an educator or even prepare for all the different things that are necessary to get to the point where someone deems you ready for promotion. It's really that last hump that a lot of us have issues or difficulty getting over. It's just getting our stuff in. And you know, we know that promotion is good if you're in academic medicine. It's good for the individual. It's good for the institution. It demonstrates outward recognition for achievements and enhances the reputation of us individually and enhances the reputation of our institutions. And so there's a lot of reasons why clinical faculty should go up for promotion. But at the same time, we know, especially for clinical faculty, climbing those ranks typically is a little bit slower than their research counterparts. That is probably multifactorial, including competing clinical duties, lack of guidelines or understanding of the process, and also maybe clinician educators not always seeing tangible incentives for pursuing it. And we all, I think, would agree that preparing our dossiers for promotion is tedious and complex and sometimes confusing.
And incredibly time consuming. I mean, it's kind of like one of those huge tasks that you're like, it's too much. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week because you think, oh my gosh, I need about 40 good hours. And who's got that much time? It just seems, and I've talked to some people and they're almost like resentful. Like, why do I have to prove that I'm just look at what I'm doing? And it's kind of part of this is this, I don't want to say anger, but I've kind of across some people who are like, almost like, are you kidding me? Now I have to, I'm so busy as it is. I'm running like crazy. And now you're going to give me, I have to do more work to prove to myself that I'm doing good work.
Yes.
It's really mind numbing sometimes.
It can be really, it can cause a lot of annoyance and frustration. Yes. It's certainly not the thing that most of us want to do when we get a little bit of free time. But hey, it's one of those necessary evils if we want to get promoted. And so I tried to figure out how to lessen this barrier for faculty members. And that's how I came about the idea of building a promotion portfolio club. And that's what we call it, Promotion Portfolio Club, or PPC. And, as a true clinician educator, I wanted to build it in a way that it was kind of like a curriculum. And I built it upon a couple of like our common theories that we use in medical education, including the communities of practice theory, and then, of course, our good old andragogy theory of adult learning. And so I am very well versed in what is necessary to get promoted at my institution. I've been here a long time, and I work in the Office of Faculty Affairs. So for me, I kind of have a really good understanding of the different parts and the different steps. The way that it is laid out on our website, or just talking about the promotion process with other people, it doesn't always necessarily make sense together in the way that it's laid out. And it really appears like an overwhelming task when you read it from start to finish. So I tried to break up this process into digestible pieces and made a 4-month curriculum with 4 separate in-person group sessions. Each session has some pre-work, and each session has homework. And in session, in small groups or in pairs, that's the more fun part of it, where people can take a look at each other's CVs, brainstorm about where different teaching activities or other types of activities belong on the CV, kind of make sure that your CV's in the right format. And it's just much more fun when you have somebody kind of looking at your materials like that. We do the same thing for the executive summary. That's what we call it. It's sort of the 3 to 5 page summary of who you are, and what you've done. And we also help each other figure out who potential peer letters may come from. And we just make sure that the dossier is crisp and clean and perfect, so that it doesn't keep bouncing back from faculty affairs back to the faculty member, which is a typical thing if you're doing it on your own and you don't really have someone checking. The homework actually gets submitted to me and to my colleague, Jen Corbelli, who's our vice chair for education in the Department of Medicine, who's my partner in crime in this. Our faculty members will submit their materials after they've vetted them with their peers to us. And then we kind of go through with a red pen, figuratively speaking, and just make sure that it is perfect. And so by the time the faculty members are through the club, 4-month period of time, they have all of their materials ready to go. They've built relationships, because we've done this we've done it at the division level. So those folks mostly already knew each other, but now we have done it at the department level. And so we have faculty from, all of the different departments in the Department of Medicine coming together. And now new relationships are being built amongst clinician educators. They have food during the sessions, and it's just kind of a more palatable way to get the dossiers together. And so we've had a lot of success. I always have this sort of at hand. One of the participants of a recent club told us, he said, "I'm eternally grateful, as I can only imagine this task would have been incredibly daunting had I gone it alone." And so that kind of sums up the exact reason why we started this project. Definitely helps people kind of get over that barrier. We've also heard feedback from the Office of Faculty Affairs that the portfolios that have been coming through of faculty members who have participated in the club are much easier to review and very, very rarely get sent back for revisions, which is good feedback.
Wow, it's the peer review in action, really kind of making sure, as you said, the product is in its best possible shape versus throwing something out there without anyone taking a look at it, just like we want to do with manuscripts and grant applications. We have a lot of eyes on it and a lot of people giving you feedback. Am I telling a good story here? That is wonderful. Congratulations. I love it so much.
Thank you.
So much.
Yeah, we're excited because the Department of Pediatrics is going to be starting to do it this year. And then, of course, in my position, Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs at the School of Medicine, my ultimate goal is actually to make this available to all non-tenure track faculty who want to participate. Obviously, that's going to require some scalability, and I'm going to have to recruit more faculty members. Ideally, those who have been through the club already to serve as facilitators and homework graders, if you will. So that's the vision.
I love it. I love it. Teaching, learning, and then that unanticipated, if you will, benefit of building community
Yes.
and having social support. That is really an accountability. It reminded me of the WAGs, of writing accountability groups, which I turned into PAGs, promotion accountability groups. The same concept of a small group of people getting together and holding each other accountable to what did you say you're going to do, and then did you do it, and urging and nudging each other along, and hey, we missed you last week, I know you're at the conference, but glad to see you back in, and let's keep supporting each other along the journey of getting that paper out the door, the grant out the door, the promotion portfolio submitted. So I love it. Congratulations. It's a great program. I love the promotion portfolio club, making it it's just because you're making the structure it's in the calendar. It's one thing, you're going to do it. You will hold yourself accountable to an appointment in your calendar versus this weekend I'm really going to work on my promotion packet, or I'm going to do it some night this week, or I'll spend, in 3 weeks I've got some time on my calendar, I'll do it. Versus having a structure in place, like you said, putting a curriculum around it. It's just so smart. It's just one of those things that we do. And that way it's designed for you. The time is in the calendar. You have people waiting for you. There's a thing, there's homework. It really formalizes and I think standardizes that approach. And then I'm sure grows confidence. And you're getting that feedback not only from the faculty members themselves, but as you said, the promotion committee and Office of Faculty Affairs, they're happy. Why not institute that university-wide so that everyone can have that benefit of the peer review, the confidence, a better product for both the giver and the receiver of that portfolio. So I think it's a great win. You got to get that on MedEd portal and publish it.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot about how to go about it. One thing I do know is that it is the promotion process and the actual materials, while they all cover pretty much the same thing, there are probably also differences across universities. And so I think that helping other faculty members at other universities think about how to take their requirements and again, just break them up into digestible pieces, figure out how to make small group or pair activities out of it. And, just getting people who are relatively familiar with the promotion process to be the ones who lead it and double check the homework. I think that it would definitely be very doable at other places as well.
You're so right, Carla. It's every system has its own understanding the process. Everyone's going to have a CV in good order. Everyone's going to have some narrative component either embedded in the CV or in a letter. Everyone's going to have to identify reviewers and external people who are going to write letters of support. There's certain commonalities, but it's just figuring out those specifics. So I think you built a wonderful formula and a great recipe.
Great. Thanks for letting me share it.
Well, thanks for being on the Faculty Factory podcast again, Carla.
Anytime.
Folks, if you want to get a hold of Dr. Spagnoletti, how can they find you, Carla?
Can email me at spagcl, spagcl at upmc.edu. You can also Google me. You'll find me at University of Pittsburgh, and my name and my face pops up a lot throughout the university. So happy to talk with anyone who wants to chat.
Thank you so much, Carla. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Kim. Appreciate you too. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Faculty Factory podcast. We are a faculty development community sharing tools to build academic leaders in healthcare. Maybe you want to be interviewed on the podcast? Please visit facultyfactory.org/contact and send me a message there. The Faculty Factory podcast and website is sponsored by the Office of Faculty Affairs at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston, Texas.